global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. We have breaking and trending news. One has to do with the fact that finally Peter Obi may not be in what we think he was, as lawyers have decided to take their time and break down this issue of crowdfunding and what Peter Obi stands to both gain or lose and the implications. A whole lot of us, a lot of people or a lot of these groups quoted the sections of Electoral Act probably to suit themselves, but the lawyer took his time and told Nigerians exactly where Peter Obi stands, Labour Party stands, and what INEC needs to do. Okay, then also, this one's quite a very sad one, as UGM decided to attack Labour Party meeting in Enugu. The details are going to give you very, very soon. But before we go to the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's start with what the lawyer has got to say. The immediate past chairman, Nigerian Bar Association, NBA SPEDEL, that's Professor Paul Ananaba, has disclosed that nothing precludes the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, from gaining campaign funding from the diaspora. Professor Paul Ananaba, who made the submission during an interview just some few minutes ago, noted that the Nigerian law only prohibits a political party from sourcing funds from outside the country. And in the event that the political party sourced funds from outside Nigeria, the money must be returned to the Independent National Electoral Commission within 21 days. In interpreting what the law says, Professor Paul Ananaba disclosed that political party is different from the presidential candidate of that party, and the law, which is against sourcing campaign funds from the diaspora, only applies to the political party and not the candidate. Based on the explanation, Professor Paul Ananaba stressed that nothing precludes a presidential candidate from gaining campaign funding from outside Nigeria. You will recall that Pat Otomi had earlier said that Peter Obi will be gaining financial support from the diaspora. Okay, but let's find out very quickly before we look at what Nigerians are saying, that what was the fate of Labour Party members in Enugu few hours ago. It was gathered that there was an attack that happened some few hours ago during a ward meeting at Aniniri, Agwo local government areas of the state, ahead of the 2023 general elections. UGM suspected to be political thugs loyal to the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have reportedly attacked members of the Labour Party during their meetings in Enugu State. It was gathered that the attack happened hours ago on Sunday during ward meetings at Aniniri and Agwo local government. Sources said that nobody was brought down during this mayhem. Some people were injured while their cars, their chairs, canopies were vandalized. The Labour Party governorship candidate, Honorable Chijioke Edioga, confirmed the attack on the party members. Edioga said he received a report of UGM suspected to be political thugs attacking their members during their monthly meetings at Aniniri ward and Agwo, and destroyed a lot of cars, chairs, canopy, and wounded some persons. But he said nobody was brought down, but some persons were wounded and the cars vandalized. He said, I was told that the UGM chased away our members and shot indiscriminately, causing panic. Chairs and canopies were destroyed. Meanwhile, efforts to get the reactions of the State Police Command were unsuccessful, as the command spokesperson could not take his calls or respond to messages. Of course, Nigerians have decided to respond and react to this very quickly. Let's take one or two comments. Then we'll look at the fate of Peter Obi. For me, this is more of a relief. And when it got to us that this whole issue of crowdfunding, where Abike Dabire has also warned those in diaspora not to break the law of Nigeria. Okay, that of course they want something better, and she's also looking forward to beyond 2023, where the diasporans can actually vote for the candidate of their choice. But for 2023, they may not, but they should try as much as they can not to break the law concerning Electoral Act of funding candidates or political parties, but from all indication, this learned God bless you, sir, for taking your time and explaining that electoral act, really taking his time to interpret the law. He said that electoral act is actually only sustainable to political parties and not politicians or candidates, as the case may be, Peter Obi as the case study. Now he's saying that Peter Obi, people are actually crowdfunding Peter Obi, okay, the candidates, all right, not the party. Okay, so that clause to a great extent has been exonerated. So yes, to a great extent, Peter Obi may not have a problem. But let's hope that the oppositions will not find another clause in the electoral act to nail Peter Obi. Don't forget, in Enugu some few hours ago, while Peter Obi is getting a lot of support, both in diaspora and in Nigeria, people are trying to open up portals to support his presidential campaign. People are willing to support, giving their financials, both in diaspora and in Nigeria. The opposite is what we got to see in Enugu some few hours ago, where they were holding ward meetings. The youth got very vexed. Can you be giving 100,000 naira for the ward? And by the time they share it based on the youth available that will be coming to do a lot of the campaign, it's just 5,000. In this kind of harsh time, they got very angry. What do you not mean? Does it mean that the guy at the top did not release money? And they're not aware that this is supposed to be electionary period, that you hold their cash in their hand? Why are they doing all this? This is for 4 years. Once in 4 years, they're coming to give us 5,000. What do you mean? And it went haywire. But that's actually the opposite for Peter Obi. People are giving him money to go ahead and fund for his campaign. People are doing free aprons, free posters, free mats. You just name it. Free buses, bags, markets. My God. It has never been this. People are even giving free haircuts. If you say you're obedient, they give you free haircuts in some cities. The love is crazy. And that's just the opposite of what the oppositions are facing right now. But let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over what is going on in Enugu. Really sad, I must say. I just hope that it doesn't degenerate to something really terrible. This one here say our youth should wise up now. We are actually trying to get back our country, and someone is using you as political thugs, and their children are in America, Britain, studying. Let us get sense this time. Say no to thuggery. I tell you, honestly, our youth really need to wise up. For how long will you keep being a thug? How much will they pay? You could lose your life. Why are they not using their children? Is their life more better than yours? It's not the same one life. Come on. Every time they keep using you as thugs. Don't you want a better Nigeria? If Nigeria was working and is saying, would you be a thug? By then, I'd probably be doing something better, more useful to yourself. But they turned the whole country such that we have only the elite, and the very poor. And you are still going about trying to still improve, not just yourself, but even your generations unborn. This is really sad, I must say. And that person say, don't mind them. These people don't want to learn. And that person say just like what they are saying. Okay, but in all, this is getting interesting. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your take? Have a nice time.